Hello, everyone. This is Hendrix from Starseed Talk. Today, I have Pompi from the UK, and we're going to talk about her spiritual awakening and what star system she's from.
Hello, my name is Pompi. I'm 28 years old, and I think I had my awakening the last 3 years, and basically it's been like um, sort of like a small memories, images coming through my head. So is not very strong, but my first contact was 3 years ago with the Lamarian. So and I thought I'd never seen these blue beings before. So then I started to like research and connect with other people, and I just found myself like drawn into like the sky, and I feel really different, and I have these um abilities like telepathic abilities. It's just kind of like weird. Is always I always felt really different when I was young, and when I was like in my late 20s, I've kind of like have like mixed emotions with the visions of what I can see and stuff like that. But the last 3 years, I've had really strong connections with like Egyptians, the Polanians, and lately I've recently have contacts with Arcturians as well. So they're like my healers. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
I have lots of Arcturian friends that actually live nearby here. One of my good friends, Shanda Vale, which I'm trying to get on the show, but she's being super shy about it.
Oh,
She's
really?
she's one
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
close friends out here, and she's so worried about her like friends or family, or her mainly it's
yeah,
her job
same.
finding out that she's from another world, and she's an Arcturian, and
Yeah,
yeah, she's a very positive being. I helped her awaken about 8 years ago. I gave her just the talk because I sensed her
yeah,
energy. And then a couple
yeah,
years later, she calls me and she's like, "Oh my God, that talk like unraveled my mind, my memories. I'm
yeah,
from this place, so and so,
same.
blah blah." Yeah, it
Like
was
it's
amazing.
like what when we had our first chat on Instagram, it literally opened so many boxes for me. It's ridiculous. And then I've actually recently connected with one other friend, which is one of my friend that I've known for a very long time, and she's a Syrian, but she's like really shy. She's super, super, super shy, and she like I never knew you was a Polanian. I never knew you are into all this and stuff like that. And we've been connecting like every single day. It's so great.
It's an amazing story. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome. I love when like there's so many star seeds that I know of that are so shy and they're still hiding in the closet, and
yeah, yeah,
that's why I
yeah,
want to do this show so people get the confidence to come out and just be who they are. Just like I had
yeah.
a
Same.
friend here the other day, Yvette and Sarah, and they're both. Yvette is from the Witch Realms, and Sarah is like just coming into her awakening. And we did some
Yeah,
meditation last night where I was guiding her through a meditation where she was seeing different colors of her chakras, and those were
yeah.
representations of what's blocked inside of her. So we had to turn those
Wow.
on, and then we were in her mind, and there was a portal that opened up. We shared the same vision, and a portal that opened up in front of us. I was holding her hand. I'm like, "Hey, let's jump through the portal. Let's wake you up."
Wow.
And she was so scared. She's like, "I'm not
Oh my
ready
god.
to lose my humanity." And
Oh my god.
then there was a metaphor, like there was a egg that cracked or hatched, and it was her that was inside of it. She was coming out of the egg. We both saw that image in our mind. So her
Oh my
awakening is
god.
starting, and she was so
Yeah.
scared. She was shaking.
Oh my
She is
god.
like,
Yeah.
all my friends talk about this. I'm like, "Hey, let's wake you up," and then I start waking them up, and they're
let's
petrified, so
let's
scared.
shake you up. Yeah. Um one of the things that I've literally discovered, I've been doing a lot of meditating. I can't really speak. Meditating, and then I had a really strong energy coming through, and then it kind of like I was asking, like I wanted to see where I was originating from, and I wanted to see where I was from, or how many lives I had and stuff. And one of the things that came through was I was a fairy. It was really weird.
I can totally see that resonating with you, the fairy realm.
Like I had white wings, everything was glowing, and I had a crown, and all my body had like this light energy glowing wings, and oh my god. And then I was like walking in the kitchen one day, I was just like, just being my son in my own little head, like tuning in, channeling. And then next thing, I just felt this sensation coming through, and then it kind of like burst out an energy, and my wings spread it out, and it glowed white, and I'm like, yo. And I'm thinking like,
It's beautiful. I
is
can
there
see it in my
anybody else?
mind as you're
I
talking.
know, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so crazy. I'm like, was I a fairy before, or
We were many
I don't
things. Like
know.
Yvette, I had here the other day, and she contacted me. I've known her for a long time, and she lives locally. And she contacted me, and she came over, and she asked for my help to how to protect herself from negative beings, because she keeps at nighttime being ripped out of her body and being attacked by all these negative reptilians and all that stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
what we did is we put her in a meditation state, and I was laying next to her because it's easier to guide her if I'm mimicking what she's doing so she can learn from me. And we're
yeah.
just meditating her on like her soul form floating in space, sitting on top of a lotus flower, picturing a triangle pyramid of energy around her, protecting her. And then you have the center,
Wow,
source sun with rainbow energy going through all her chakras connected to earth, and that will always
wow.
protect you against negative beings. Whoever's listening to this and having problems with negative people, practice that every day. Arcturians practice that, and they taught me that every day. They practice that every day of their lives
Yeah,
to protect themselves from negative beings. And then what happened is I joined, mind melded with her. We'll talk Vulcan. I was in her mind, and we were in an open field. I'm sitting in the grass with her, and I'm like, I'm in her mind. I'm like, what is this grass field? What is it? What's the meaning of this? And she's like, this is the metaphor for I feel alone. I'm lonely on
wow.
Earth. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well, let's manifest things that will come into this reality with you. So
yeah,
we asked the question like, well, let's see who you are. And then what happened? This being, a fairy being, what you just described,
yeah,
comes out of like a portal, is standing in front
yeah,
of us. It's
yeah.
got leopard print skin. It's got like a
What?
vampire human face with fangs, but very positive being, glowing energy all around it. It's got fairy wings. It's got a like a dragon tail with a big fluffy knob on the end of it, and it's just staring at us.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
god.
and we're like asking it questions, and it's not responding to any questions. It only speaks in metaphors. It's a very high
Yeah,
dimensional being. And then it was mimicking what she was doing. I'm like, this is your, Yvette, this is your mirror reflection of yourself. This is who you are. This is your higher self, and this is
oh,
your incarnation here. So this is what you look like. And then she was like, her tears running down her eyes, like she was super like excited and happy to see who she finally looks, what her real form is. And then she started manifesting like real friendships, like starseed friends that were coming to her, walking on this grass field, walking up to her and like giving her hugs. And because she's sick and tired of her human friends here, she can't stand them anymore because she's evolving such a fast rate that she feels
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're slowing or holding her down, or their negativity is holding her down. So
yeah,
she left my place like a lot happier, and I'm
yeah,
glad I could help her with that guidance because she was so lost. She was just completely
yeah,
lost. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes it's so difficult to like, even just like with my friends, like they're kind of like find it really hard to understand what I'm going through and what we're actually feeling and seeing and stuff like that. It's they're like into it, but then it's quite difficult to like find somebody to relate and connect with and to be able to come out and fully like,
Yeah, that
you know.
reminds me a lot of my. I did an Instagram post. I think you were one of the people that liked it. It's about that 5D thing.
Yeah.
Starseeds have to remember our consciousness are millions of years different evolved than other people's. So like
Mm,
our friends are probably our human friends are probably still 5 or 6 or 10 incarnations away from actually awakening, right?
yeah.
On their own spiritual level, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's very hard to connect them because my mind moves so fast. It's hard to even talk to humans sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Like I was watching one of your episode with the Russian lady and episode 5 or something with her children, the
Mhm.
diamond children.
Oh,
Yeah.
episode 10.
And
I interviewed the girl. Yeah.
oh yeah, yes, episode 10. And then you was talking about like how you communicate and texting and stuff. Like I find it really really hard to text people,
It's
like
so
because
such a
my
slow
mind's like
form.
going so fast and I miss so many words out that it doesn't make sense, but like because my friends are so used to it, they're just like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's the whole point of getting the point across. And then like I feel bad when people email me questions or DM me or how they do it. I oh God, I don't want to seem rude, but I just don't even want to respond because I don't even have the patience to actually text back. So
Yeah, you can't get the response. But most of the time I feel like I was texting you one time like am I getting processed, like, you know, do you remember the time I texted you saying I think I'm getting processed here? And then I feel like I was talking with my friend in a group and I felt like a really massive force of energy come through, and then I had like a tube stuck to my head like this, like it was like a light beam stuck to my head. And then next thing I seen this glowing white figure sat next to me, and then they were just laughing, clapping, enjoying like the conversation that we were having, and I'm just like there stuck in like, yo, is anybody else seeing this or is it just me? So I don't know what that is about. I don't know what that means, or if it's just
I
like,
can feel in my house like I'll be in bed and something will walk on my bed and lay next to me. I can feel it and I can see the imprint on the bed. I'm just like,
this is
okay.
weird.
But
Yeah,
like
I
I've
can.
never hurt or harmed, so just like I'm not
No,
scared.
no,
So
that's what I mean. Like last time we spoke about, like if you have that fear, um, you will never feel the full strength of this energy. Like because I was kept in so much fear, by being afraid of how I should be feeling and how I should be connecting and stuff. And as soon as I let go of that fear, it's literally gone. Everything came so clear and everything like that. And every time now I have a very clear dream. My dream is now like either on a mission. It's really weird. It's telling me like I'm on a mission. I'm like in a war zone. I'm like in this bodysuit, leather bodysuit, like super advanced. Like, you know, you see something like a superhero on a film, and then I have like these like laser gun, like from, I don't
are
know.
you sure you don't serve in the secret space programs?
I have no idea.
Because those
I
memories you
probably,
describe are a lot of the memories I have too.
I think I might be because
You might be
almost
a super
every night
soldier.
I feel like that because every time, I don't know, I feel like I want to fly. I want to fly, like I can
Hmm.
fly. It's so weird. And then most of my dreams tells me I'm in a war zone, fighting with reptilians or against reptilians or a different beings. And it was all like different type of,
It's
I don't
crazy
know.
how there's so many species that fight against the reptilians. Like the reptilians take on a
Yeah,
lot of species, right?
yeah.
And just like
It's
last night, I was taken off world and I was put into a parallel timeline to this one where the solar
wow.
flash happened. and they were
What?
training me to get ready for the solar flash. And what they were doing is we put the humans in bunkers, and then all the star
Wow.
seeds had to stand out in the open because the solar flash needed to hit us directly. And so the
Wow.
solar flash, I was so scared because I thought I was being burnt up, but that was just my fear. So I'm standing there. The sun emits the solar flash. It goes right through, like sends an energy wave through all the star seeds, and then I drop to the ground. I wake up. I'm completely different. Like all my special
Oh my
abilities are
God.
completely awakened. I have telekinesis powers. I'm completely
Yeah.
emotionless, no fear, no emotions, nothing. I look at the humans and I'm speaking completely alien, but I'm translating it into English for them. I'm draconian. All the other starseeds are transformed into their special abilities and what they are,
Yeah.
and we're talking to humans, and they're like, don't be scared. I was Joel for 33 years, uh, and you know me. This is just who I really am. Now you see me without my skin, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and they were training it. And then I woke up at 5 in the morning here, like they threw me back in my body. I was so I couldn't even open my eyes. I was so fucking drained and tired. I'm like, I cannot go to work today. I need to sleep for
Yes.
another 5 hours. So I slept till 11 so I could actually sleep because it was a training mission.
Oh
It was
my
like
God.
drilled in my head where the solar flash, all the starseeds are listening. When the solar flash happens, you need to be it needs to hit you, like let it hit you because it
Yeah.
activates all of your codes and your
Yeah.
special abilities and stuff. So that happens in another 20 end of 2023. So we got another year and a half, or 2.5 years left.
Yeah. I can totally relate to that. Like every time I wake up from like coming back out of a mission, something, when I wake up in this reality, I feel so drained. I'm so exhausted. My muscles so aching, and I feel like, have I slept in a really weird position or something?
Oh
But I
yeah, I
don't
wake
know.
up with bruises, mental
I
problems,
Yeah.
PTSD problems. I wake up with severe depression where I'm like I just got out of a war zone and saw a bunch of friends die, and
Yes.
I'm just like, why am I feeling like this today? And like my mood swings are all off.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah,
Yes.
they do memory blocks as best as they can, but like some of the memories resurface, and you're just like, holy fuck, I can't believe I just killed 10 people
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah. I've always had that dreams of like being a war zone since I don't know, from around teens, like 16, all the way through up to my mid 20s. I'm 28 now. Like every now and again, I'll have the same dream, like going in a war zone and stuff like that. Or it's mental.
Yeah,
But like the other,
you are a super soldier. You need to tell your boyfriend that he's dating a super soldier.
you'll be loving it.
No, like those memories, I've had those memories since I was a child. Like I was attracted to war since I was a kid. I tried to join the military when I was here, but I was young.
Yeah.
And
Oh, is that
yeah,
why I love watching war film and
yeah,
like
you're addicted
sci-fi
to it.
film with, yes. And I'm like, I feel like I'm at home. I don't know why, it's so weird.
That's a typical Starseed trade. Yeah, you're addicted to war because you're a super soldier. No, it's just because it's familiarity. Because usually they will take you at the age of 6 or 7 and train you, and you'll be in battle for 20 years, and then age regress you back to 6 or 7 years old and put you back in time with memory blocks, and then your entire existence here, you'll be addicted to war. You have war
Yeah.
dreams all the time, memories of fighting in
Yeah.
space, and you have no idea. You'll be addicted. Sci-fi is your favorite genre for sure.
Yeah. I wish I can channel that memories that I have when I went to training, but I have not
Don't,
had that yet.
don't, don't. There's a reason why they put memory blocks in. I've channeled a few memories, and there's a
Is
reason
it
why
really bad? Yeah.
I'm glad I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've heard like other people saying it, like how their experiences and what they went through is quite traumatizing. So
Oh yeah.
it probably is a good idea that I've not come across that yet.
Well,
You know?
like people say like a lot of super soldiers I interview, or I talk to, they wish they had the memories. They think it's so satanic that they block memories. I'm like, dude, there's a fucking reason why they block your memories. Like I've had a few memories pop up of how they train you to be super soldiers, the child abuse, how they break you mentally and physically, and the
Yeah.
rapes and all that stuff. You don't remember that fucking shit. So I'm glad that they
No.
put memory blocks because I like to live a normal life here. So.
I don't know why, but the other night I had a dream like I was opening a portal with my hands.
Oh my
Like I
god, I
was,
had those memories. You go like this.
really?
Watch
You know what
this.
I'm saying?
Or the cameras
Like,
are here. I go going like this, right? and then the portal opens up, and then we all step through the
Yeah,
Stargate portal, and we end
like
up on another world. Yeah.
yeah. But with me, like I think I was like escaping something. Something more bad was happening. I was trying to escape, and then I was rescuing a child or something, and then I went to. I think something trying to attack me. I fell to the ground. I picked up the kid, and I just went like this with my hand, and then a white glowing beam opened a white glowing portal, like a circle white portal, and we just jumped through, and we just went somewhere, and that was it. And I woke up, and I'm like, yo, what the hell just happened there? I
No,
was like,
I've had
that's
memories where child super soldiers will pick me up out of my bed here and put me into a child avatar, and we'll be traveling to New York, Australia, all over the world, and we'll be on top of
amazing.
skyscrapers. And what they do is they open portals with their hands like this, and then you see the image of where you're going, like it's another city. You just jump through it, and then
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah,
because we
yeah.
have superpowers, we land on the building, and we're in Australia. We just travel to New York and Australia in
Oh
seconds,
my
and then we're like
god.
traveling all over the galaxy doing these weird little tricks.
Yeah, that's probably why I always feel like I want to fly. And then sometimes I feel like I have that much energy. I can feel like I'm almost lifting from the ground, just like by an inch or something. I know it sounds stupid, but
So
like
no, it's
I,
not stupid because you have those abilities. I have those abilities, but they remember when they track every starseed that incarnates on Earth because we have these special abilities. And what they do is they put nanites in our bloodstream which block these abilities. And
really
we feel like we can do it and we're almost there, but there's something like blocking it. Like I
blocking
mentally
us,
can't do it,
right?
right? Like me
Yes,
when I'm off planet, one of my special skills is flying or telekinesis. I can move things with my mind. And like
yeah,
sometimes in my house and the remotes are there and I'm trying to like move the remote with my mind, like, come here, get over here. And then, but off world, I can do it no fucking problem. But like here,
yeah.
it's like it's just blocked. But I know when the solar flash happens, it gets rid of all the nanites in the body, so we have our special abilities back that we can use.
Yeah, I also have the sense of feeling I want to heal things. So like I was like I'm starting growing like home food plants like mint leaves, parsley, peppers and stuff like that. So like I was watering my plants and stuff, and some of the leaves was like a little bit of like unhealthy basically, and I was just talking to my plant and they were just like laughing back, like as in they were enjoying my energy, like being nurtured and caring for them. And I just wanted to go like this, heal, heal, like I just wanted to go back to green and healthy and stuff, and it just obviously that's not gonna work here, is it?
There's a full disclosure of that ability in the new Star Wars movie called Skywalker, Last or the Rise of Skywalker, what it is. That
Oh
the
really?
Rey is a Jedi. She goes down and some that alien snake is injured, and she puts her hand on it, and she starts to heal it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
All that stuff is full
amazing.
disclosure. All those abilities are full disclosure. Lightsabers are full disclosure.
Yeah,
Jumping really
yeah,
fast, high is all full disclosure.
yeah. Some it's like really really crazy experience I'm going through right now. Since I think well it was like been a month now since last time I spoke to you, and a lot of things has like been happening a lot. My psychic abilities has gone up a little bit more, and oh my god, like something bad was gonna happen. I feel sick. I feel physically sick. Like one day I was like going to go. I had a gonna go shopping with my friend, and one of the friends couldn't make it, but like she couldn't get in touch with us, and I felt like I don't feel right today. Don't feel right to me. Like something's wrong. Something's off. I felt physically sick, and then me and my other friend just went ahead anyway to go shopping, and then about 3 or 4 hours later I had a call saying yep, something bad happened. I was like, oh my god, that's insane.
Hmm. Animals have the same thing too. Or the animals can sense when problems are about to happen. You see a bunch of birds fly away, and then 20 minutes later, an
Yeah,
earthquake happens. Right?
yeah,
They're also empathic energy beings too.
yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you on the UK, are you finding more people are waking up out there?
Oh yes, you know what, I've been having a lot of people in the same area that I'm living. So in the UK, the area that I'm living is Leeds. and there's a lot of star seeds that I never knew, but I never know that person, but they're actually Pleiadians or Arcturians or Syrians. So it's really amazing that we can actually connect.
It seems like the main five are Lyrians, Arcturians, Syrians, Dracos, and who else am I missing here? And Pleiadians. Those are the main five that I usually see
Yeah,
as
yeah,
incarnations here.
yeah. So I've gained quite a lot of new gained quite a lot of new friends because like other people's like been connecting and they've been sharing same experiences or just compare experiences like, oh, have you felt this, have you known this? So I was like, no, yes, but you know, it was amazing to like to actually find some other starseeds that I can actually relate to and
Oh, I
communicate
love
and
it. I
you
found
know.
three that live close here. They're all females, and like when I hang out with them, I can talk total alien, and they totally get me. I'm like, I just go up to them like, so how you doing with that? How you dealing with the humans today? Like, how is your energy?
Yes.
And they completely get me. They're like, oh, you know, like I had to build an energy shield today because they're so fucking toxic, and we can completely vent to each other. I love it.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. And me and my friends were planning to go on to this like little journey, like to like the forest to nature, just to connect with nature. And then we were just talking, they were like alien talking. I was like, imagine if we had a human friend with us right now. They have no idea what we were talking about. And I felt like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
know.
My
Yeah.
my friend Emily I just met recently. She's a Arcturian, and she and her boyfriend is Illyrian, and he's having his own awakening, and she's
Yeah.
so like so into her awakening. Like she's like as probably as far as I
Wow.
am, and
Yeah.
she's like we just talk and we go to dinner, and like there's like 10 of us, and like they're all couples. We have a lot of human friends, and me and her
Oh, I
just start
love
talking.
that.
We just start talking alien, and we don't even care
Oh my
anymore.
god.
We're let the humans listen, right? But then they start like, then they start getting interested. They start asking questions, and
Yes,
then we
yes,
found out
yes.
our friend Lake is a starseed who's just awakening. He was too scared to ask any questions, but since we were openly talking about it at dinner in front of everyone, he's like asking the right
Yeah.
questions, like, "Oh, you're a starseed there. You're asking the right questions, right?" Then his
Yeah,
girlfriend
yeah.
is like human, but she's interested, and then her boyfriend is Lyrian, but he just started his awakening. Like he's still
Yeah.
transitioning between his human side and who he
Oh,
is.
that's amazing. I wonder how they like get on with each other because like obviously the other one's just woken up and the other one's like in the middle of it and like
That's the
oh
problem I
that'd be
had.
so good to like
It's a problem, like it's a problem as in like say your spiritual ascension is way up here awaken, and then
yeah
someone's way down here, so like
yeah
there's a huge gap of learning,
yeah
and then this person keeps going up here and this person's like going like this, right? So it's like it's
yeah
it's like with me with my ex, it was irritating. Like I didn't want us to go down to level 1, I wanted to go level 100, like because I don't want to. And then when you try to teach the younger ones, it can be irritating because it's like, hey, hurry up, like you should already know this stuff, like let's go, like your learning
yeah
process should be a
yeah
lot faster than this.
yeah it's the same with me and my boyfriend, right? He's not spiritual, he's not into spiritual, or he's not like um it's not like he's don't like it or anything like that. He fully understand and accept what I'm going through, but also at the same time he's when I'm telling him all these experiences, like, yo babe, this just happened to me, and he looks at me like, can you explain that again? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But he's completely, it's like what you just said, he wants to know, he
Yeah,
wants to
as
know,
long
but
as
he
they have
just
an
don't
open mind, it can
understand.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And what I'm trying to teach myself, which I need to learn, is I need to have more patience. Like
yeah.
patience. We all
Me
star
too,
seeds, like
me
all of
too.
us, we all need to have more patience because sometimes we can get very irritated and we'll snap on our spouses or friends and be like, and we'll think they're stupid, but they're not stupid. Okay, they're we have to remember with that face Instagram post I had, we are just more evolved than they are, and they will get to the
Yeah,
point where we're at, but we need to guide them, and we need
yeah.
to be proper teachers and have patience,
Same.
and
That's
also
what I
not
want
let
as
it ruin
well.
our relationships with our friends or spouses, because sometimes we'll think, oh, we're too advanced, we're too smart for you, like blah blah, I shouldn't be with you. Don't let it get to that point where you ruin the friendship, because then you will regret.
Yeah,
I ruined the friendship with my ex because I was so far advanced than she was in the spiritual realm, that I blamed her for holding me back and took it out on
Oh
her.
wow.
And I
Yeah.
regret that now. And I apologize, of course. But at the time, I
Yeah.
was very irritated and distant with her because her negativity would just bring me down. But as soon as we broke up, I sent it even more. So I needed that freedom.
Yeah.
But how I went about it was so wrong because I ruined that friendship. So
Yeah, I completely understand though. Like my boyfriend, like obviously fully support, but like he keep an arm length to me. Like as in, if I tell him too much information, he literally like his brain's fried. Like he
oh yeah, yeah.
doesn't
I had Sarah here other yesterday, and
understand.
she's just like she's like human, but she's just awakening. Like she's
Yeah,
interested.
yeah,
So she's open mind. So she is there. She wants to learn. So I
yeah.
sat her on the
Same.
couch,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, let's go, let's crash course right now. She was the
Yeah.
one that I opened her in the portal in the mind. She was too scared to jump through it, and I started telling her
Oh.
about everything, the food she eats, the McDonald's, like we all the fast foods, the fluoride, everything. That
Yeah.
system is
Same.
designed by the reptilians to keep you stupid and dumb. And she was so blown away. She's like, my brain is like a sponge and it's full. Like I need to process this shit. I have a headache, right? And she couldn't handle it anymore. And that was like level one.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But but my boyfriend's quite smart. He's legitly like awoken to like the system. Like he's into politics so much. He loves Trump. He knows about
Pro
everything that's.
Trump. Trump's gonna win 2021.
Oh, you know what? He's having second thoughts about Trump because
Oh
like
no,
because
don't anything on the news,
it's
just
not
think the opposite of what they're saying.
it's not that it's like because all the shits they're trying to do to him right now, it's like, oh, I don't know if he's gonna win it
Remember, your
because
haters are your biggest fan, humans. People, whoever gets picked on the most, who's actually trying to do good, whoever is actually trying to do
yeah,
good for humanity, or is going to be demonized by the media, of course, because the
yeah,
elites own the media.
100%,
Okay,
yeah,
if the elites didn't own the media, why does the media only post negative things? Because it's an negative input to your consciousness, and that's what you're going to output the whole world. That's why we're in a negative state of mind. Any
yeah,
other positive
exactly,
being knows whatever you see, whatever you read, your social media feeds, all that, even friends texting, whatever you feed yourself is a complete negative input unless it's positive. If you want a positive view, a positive world, it has to be a positive input. That's why I'm so
yeah,
hard on video games, kids that play killer games. That's an input into their consciousness, which goes to our
yeah,
mass consciousness, which goes to the universe, and the universe brings us what we think and what we desire, right?
yeah,
Like, and
same,
then
yeah,
that's not what we want. Every positive world, the higher realms, there's no such thoughts of that. They don't even have
yeah,
killing technology because they don't need it.
yeah, same,
And this is a huge, that's why I say that child, episode 10 I interviewed, she's from the elf realms, and she described her planet where she's from. It's so positive, sounds so beautiful, so happy.
oh,
Her species keeps getting attacked by the reptilians, but they can hold their own, they can defend themselves. But of course there's a few like herself, where she was tricked and incarnating here. And
yeah,
the craziest story ever, where she remembers what I remembered. I
yeah,
remember a portal, and I came to the end of the portal. There was two giant computer screens and a person standing in the middle.
yes, I
and,
was
and this
loving that.
and this guy's scrolling through the screen like this. He's like, what incarnation do you want to do next? And then you can view all the incarnations, all the timelines of it, and you're like, that one.
Oh
And
my
you click it and you
god,
go through another portal, and you portal through a human woman, and then you're born in here. She remembers that too, and I was
oh
like,
my
fuck, I remember that
god,
too, coming here. I
I
remember that because
know.
I had to kill myself to get here, because I was stuck in a building, and it was full of water, and it was damaged by war and bombs, and I had a grenade, and I pulled the grenade and it blew a hole in my side, killed another friend of mine. But that was the
Oh
only
my
way
god.
we could get out of here, because we knew that
Yeah.
our souls could leave the body, because to a Starseed, death is a lie. Death, I'm like, I'm not scared of death, fucking move on to the next life, who gives a shit, right? That's why when
Yeah.
people loved ones die, I'm like, don't get upset. They're there. They're present. They're looking at you right now. They're just in a higher dimension than you are, and they're gonna go to the
Yeah.
next place, or they're gonna reincarnate here and have new life, new friends, and family. So don't
Is
get
that
too
why
upset.
I actually feel like I'm not bothered of dying? Like I'm not bothered of
Start
like I'm not
humans
afraid of
actually,
dying.
yeah, humans actually created the word death. Death actually does not exist. It doesn't. And
Yeah,
all other planets know death is just a lie. Time and death are two things humans actually created.
yeah. Well, that's good to
Death is
know.
just a control, another way of control. Oh, death, you're gonna
Yeah,
go to hell if you're a bad boy. You're gonna go to heaven
yeah.
if you want to be a servant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another. It's a control system, isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
a
because if humans actually knew that you incarnate and you actually never die, I can see the double-edged sword of that, where humans, oh, I can do what I want, I can do this,
but
that,
they
this. But then a
but
karma,
nobody been
karma.
telling them that they wouldn't know that. Do you know what I mean? That's why everyone's so shit themselves,
Yeah,
basically
like
scared.
if you go back in history, the Egyptian Sumerian days, they all knew that there was the afterlife. Then they call it
Yeah,
sea on the other side. They all knew that. They
yeah,
knew death was not even a thing.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's talking about Egyptian. Oh my God, like I keep switching back and forth between I was born in the Egyptian time and they were showing me like the events that happened in the Egyptian times, and then I keep going back to being a war zone with other stars, well, with other entity beings in a war zone fighting,
You have
or
fangs,
or
eh?
I'm a fairy. Pardon?
You have fangs.
I have fangs.
Yeah, very pointy teeth. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, yeah, I
You have
do
fairy
actually.
teeth.
Well, now you're thinking it. Yeah, really? Oh
Yeah.
my God. The more you say it now, like I can feel like I
You
was
can
a
feel
fairy
the
before.
energies, like so for example, if I was near you, I could feel your energy. I could feel your energy even through this chat. You resonate
Yeah.
with the fairy realms. You have facial features of a fairy, just like me. When people look at me, I look like a dragon. I have dragon teeth. Like I look like, I just resonate with the dragon realms, right? So
Yeah. Yes.
just
Oh my
like
God, that's
Emily's
so
boyfriend, if
amazing.
he's listening, because I know he watches the show, he looks like a lyric. He looks like a lion being.
Oh my
Ever since
God.
I said
Yes.
that, all the star
Oh my
seeds are
God.
like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, he looks like a lyrian." Yeah, he does look like a lyrian. Yeah.
Yeah. I have like other different type of statues like dracon planians and Nectarians, whatever, and they all actually look a semblance of who they are, like, it's so
Yeah, and
crazy.
Emily, she looks identical to an Arcturian, and I showed her pictures of what she looks like, and she looks like the same facial features and everything. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I
So,
love it.
do you have any
I want
Draco friends out there? You meet any starseeds? Or I think Dracos are pretty rare to find.
no, only you.
Yeah, that's why I'm the lonely Draco.
That's why.
I would love to meet a Draco female incarnation and talk to her, because I would think it would get very. I'd like just like the good conversation with her.
Can't you
I feel
just
like,
Google it?
well, I get along really
Is
well
there
with
like an app
Pleiadians,
for
right?
that?
Yeah, I like Pleiadians. I respect them. They're funny as hell.
It's so nice. I've recently met uh Aurelian, Aurelian, Aurelian,
O'Reilly?
Aurelian. Yeah,
Oh, Orion.
yeah. I
Orion species. Yeah.
recently, yeah, I've recently met her. She's a female, and she has memories of being like lions and cats and in the cat worlds and stuff, and it's so amazing. I was like, yo, tell me more. That's amazing. But like she's just like she's in the middle of her awakening, so she's having her memories coming through her. And I was just
Yeah.
talking to her the other day, like, have you ever felt like you're on a mission and you're constantly waking up so exhausted? And she's like, yo, I just had the same experience. And I've always trying to find who other people who I can relate to. And she said I was the first person to confirm her that these events actually happened. So
Hmm.
she's like, believe that it happened to her as well, because I've spoken to it, because nobody else has said it before. But I've talking to many other starseed, and they actually have the same experience like you and
Yeah, we
the
need
the
each
little
other for
girl.
sure. We're all spread out over the world, and I want this YouTube channel to bring us all together so we can ask the right questions and help each other awaken, because we have a big mission coming
Yeah,
up here soon. So
yeah. There's a lot of starseeds everywhere. Like I couldn't believe it. There's like at least 10 within my surrounding area, and
there's
then
over 60 million of us here, so we're pretty.
yeah,
That's quite a bit, right? So,
I know.
and there's
I love
more and
it.
more coming. So yeah.
Yeah. Once this lockdown is like fully like broken off and everyone's back to normal and doing normal stuff and stuff, I literally want a t-shirt saying, I'm a starseed. Are you a starseed? You know, I literally want to like connect with other people. I
Yeah.
actually want a t-shirt saying I'm a starseed, and on the back is saying, Are you a starseed?
Yeah, no, I got on my back of my leg, it says Starseed in huge letters, so anyone that's walking behind me can see it. And
Yeah, yeah.
I have a bumper sticker that says Starseed on my truck.
Yes, I recently just got a car, right, because I needed one anyway. So I literally want a sticker saying "Loving life, I'm a Palladian starseed" with question mark. I really want that.
Yeah,
On a
no,
bumper
yeah,
of
that'd
my
be
car.
sick to make some gear like that. That'd be sick, yeah.
I know. Like one of my friends, a few of my friends who works in engineering cars, paintwork cars of that side. So he can actually do a design for me. So I actually can't wait, and I'll send you a picture for it as well if I
Yeah, that'd
get
be
one.
sick. Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
represent everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're almost coming on an hour here. Is there any other experiences you want to share?
Um, Not that much recently. I feel like I have a really strong channeling connection. Like, so if I'm just like washing my face like this, I close my eyes. So as soon as I close my eye, I immediately sink into my subconsciousness to like my third eye. So then I see all these light glowing beams and all these different type of entities, masters and stuff. And I'm like, I feel like I have such a strong connection. So it's very easy for me to channel in and connect with my actual origins. So, which is, I'm actually quite thankful for that, to be honest. So, I can't stop astro projecting, which is, I don't know if
Every
that's
time
a
I
good
close my
thing
eyes, I'm
or
somewhere else. It's super annoying.
yes. Like
Yeah.
I wish I just, one time, right? One time I just want a nice, easy sleeping pattern. I just want to go to bed and
Yeah.
not
You
feel this energy.
just legitly ask for it and it happens. Like tonight, I just want to sleep, and it happens. You can take a couple nights off. And
Oh,
so, for
really?
example,
I'm gonna try that.
I was camping last weekend, and I was not present whatsoever. And my human family did not. They're like, "Oh, why are you so quiet?" And then I was like staring into the distance, and I'm like, "I'm not really here
Yeah.
right now. Sorry." I was like, because like I can astral project even now with my eyes open. Like I'll be like it's really bad when I drive. Sometimes now I'll be in another world,
Oh
and
my
then
God,
I
yes.
will end up 30 minutes somewhere else. I call it autopilot, and I'll be like, how the fuck did I get? Where the fuck am I? Like
I
and
thought
I
that was just me. I had the same thing. I was like literally driving, and next to me I'm just going like a private mode, and I don't know what I'm still driving really safe, and then next to me I'm like, how the hell did I just get here? Do you know what
no,
I mean?
it's weird. I do it all the time because every time I close my eyes, a world will be there. I'll be floating, astral projecting into a world, seeing other humans or humanoid-looking beings there,
Oh my
and
God,
I'm just
yeah.
like, it's crazy. And then I open my eyes, and I'm like, oh, I'm back here.
Yeah, I know. It's so good because like when I feel like some day you have good days, some days you have really good bad days, and you can just be able to channel in and be able to like just heal yourself and just relax. Do you know what I mean? Like I had this is really weird, right? Talking about healing, my wisdom teeth was growing, has been growing for the last God knows, I'm 28 now, and it should have fully come out, right? So one side is fully grown out, and the other side was just like coming through, and then it was on and off for like many years. It keep coming back, and then it hurts and whatever. And then last week actually, it was painful, but it was bearable. And I thought, I really don't want to go to doctors because the lockdowns are really bad, and you have to ring up, you have to wait in a queue, blah blah. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And you spend a fortune to like go into an emergency room or whatever. So then next thing I tell myself, like meditate, and I ask the Actuarians to tell me how to heal, how to like get rid of this pain. So then they told me to like, you have many crystals. I have these rosodite crystals. basically there for healings, for like anything health wise, like if you have bad pains, back pains, or anything like that, you wear this crystal and it actually takes it away. So then they told me to put this crystal against my cheek and then meditate and then imagine that this pain would go away. And then I was just telling myself to heal, heal, heal. And I made my teeth pushed across this side. And then within a couple hours, the pain went away. And the pain was simmered down. The pain went away for a couple hours and then it came back. And then within 2 days, my teeth have fully grown out and healed. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I would never be able to have to know how to do that. It's
Don't
so
let
crazy.
Western medicine find that out, because they'll probably kill you.
It's just a crystal. I swear.
No, there's a reason why starseeds are attracted to crystals, for a reason, because they have so many healing properties. I was taken on
Yeah.
planet once, and we were holding these giant, I don't even have one here, but giant quartz crystal, and they were probably as tall as us. And they told us
Yeah.
to meditate and hold on to them. And they said, project your consciousness anywhere in the world. And our consciousness would travel through the ley lines of the earth and then
Yeah.
drop wherever we wanted to go and would be there in astral form. We could walk
Wow.
around in soul form, like I was there. But our body was still holding on to these crystals. And then our soul would come right back, instant travel, right back in our body. Like, whoa, that was so
Wow.
crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah. Like I think I was on Gaia. Gaia is a really good platform for anyone who wants to know about anything. And they were saying like you can use dark crystals and you can put it on your third eye, and that's how you open your third eye more, and you can be able to connect and you can feel this tinkleness on your third eye, and it's amazing. It's crazy. Like even I'm just talking to somebody who's started or just seen something or I heard something, my third eye immediately connect with the energy, and it's like tingling, and I love it. I know that like I'm in the right path as well, and I'm on the right track with everything. So it's really good, really
I'm proud
positive.
of you. You have no tears this time.
I know. I've literally grown so much since I've spoken to you, and I don't know. You can feel my energy. I'm so different now. Do you know
Your
what I mean?
energy
I'm
seems a lot
so
more confident.
yeah. I am. I'm really like confidence with everything. I literally have no hold back. I don't really bothered, or it doesn't really bother me that if my human friends are like not into it, that's fine. That's your own opinion. I'm not here to force it on you, but if you understand me, that's great. Do you know what I mean?
That's
So
amazing.
yeah,
And I have that ability. Every time I talk to a starseed, they always evolve and change. I have that ability.
yeah,
I just give them a conversation and they completely change. And I'm leading by example instead of, I don't
yeah,
want to teach anymore. I'm just going to lead by example of be who we
yeah.
are. And I always make jokes with my human friends like, hey, when full disclosure comes out, at least you knew that you were friends with Michael your entire life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, I have. Imagine if your grandchildren was like, "Tell me a really interesting story, Grandma." Do you know what I mean? I'm like, well, I have this ET friends.
Well, children that are being born right now actually are diamond children, and they're star seeds.
Yeah,
So they are already awakened
yeah,
at birth, and they'll understand you. So
yeah. I didn't know that I was an indigo child until I watched one of your shows, and I'm like, really? I never knew what an indigo child properly. I had
we're technically
some
all the
thought.
same. It's just different versions. That's all.
Yeah. So like, what's the difference between indigo and diamond then? Like, diamond more is advanced, aren't they?
Diamond is just are super awakened at a super young age. Like
Yeah.
they're awakened at birth pretty much. They remember everything and they have special abilities and
Yeah,
they're
that's
super
amazing.
confident in who they are. They go up to
Yeah.
humans and they're like 4-year-olds telling humans like, what are you gonna do about it? We're here to change the system.
Yeah.
You can't stop us. And there's like children saying that to human parents. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Like I was when the first chat I had with you, and I finally like because my parent watched watched our show, and they were like, "Are you feeling okay?" I'm like, "Yes, fine. I'm glad you are." I'm like, "Well, we've been waiting for this for so many long. I kind of thought you was a bit dumb, or like, but you're not now. But I kind of
A
understand what you
bit
was."
dumb.
No, because I was like acting like I was acting different than any other person. I was
Yeah,
dressing
we
really
are the
loud.
black
I love
sheep. Yeah.
Yes, I was dressing really loud. I have these earrings. I love wearing big massive earrings. I have leopard prints, everything, like I have pink hair, blue hair, and my dad's like, what color hair are you gonna go next? Do you know what I mean? Like, so he kind of understand now why I'm so like different than
How old are you in your
normal person.
incarnation right now?
I don't know.
No, how old?
Should
No,
I know?
how old's your body? What year are you?
Ah, my 28.
You're what?
I'm 28. You mean
28.
human
Okay.
year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
human
yeah,
years. Yeah.
28. Yeah, 28.
28. Okay. And how old's your boyfriend?
Yeah, he is 35.
35. Okay. So yeah, he might just be a human. Yeah. If he hasn't had his
Yeah,
awakening yet.
yeah. I think he's a human because, but he's a very clever human though.
He's just human.
But he's an awesome, clever human.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of amazing human beings. I, as long as they're open to it, have an open mind, that's a start, right? Like I don't think any like any starseed could date someone that's completely closed off for this stuff, right? Like they would think you're weird. Like there's no point in dating that because you can never evolve with that. So
It might help because he's a Leo. I'm a Leo as well. His birthday is on the 8th. My birthday is on the 21st. So we're literally like a week apart.
hmm
Week and a half apart. Yeah. So I think that probably might help to us why we are so understanding because we have the same personality, like like same interests and stuff because we're both Leos. So, but I actually can't. I had like when I was younger, I had a few boyfriends and they were like different than me, and I can never get along with them. It's weird. It's like I'm in a like really good 2 years relationship, and after that 2 year, boom, it was just like
oh my
wrong.
God,
It was just gone.
I have the 2 year curse. I know every time I date
Oh
a
my
human.
god, really? Same.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
2 years.
god.
It never
two
lasts longer than
years
2 years, or it's 2 years and 1 month or
Yes.
something stupid. And it all so as soon as 2 years comes up, I start letting go because I can
Yes.
feel the energy and
Same.
prediction that we're not going to work out. And now
Yeah.
I'm so awakened when I don't even go on dates with humans anymore. I go on the only dates I'll go on is a human that is completely awakened or open like to this
Yeah.
spiritual or
Yeah.
star seeds. I can no longer lower my vibration anymore to be with a human being anymore.
Oh
It just
yeah.
yeah, it bugs me, right? So I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. So I've broke the curse. I'm with my boyfriend for 3 years now. So I
Broke
must have
the
done something
curse.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because but I'm still scared. I was like, shit, is this supposed to go on? Like, I'm like, is it
You live
supposed
in
to go?
fear. Like
Yeah,
you will understand what I'm about to say. 'Cause humans don't really understand this. Every relationship with anything in our incarnation is just for a temporary experience.
yeah,
And how you live about it and how you go about it and how you end it says a lot about your spiritual and character. So like
yeah, yeah,
there's a high probability chance that things will end as they should. That's just
yeah,
life. We as star
yeah,
seeds, we cannot commit 100% here because we know that our bodies will eventually die and we'll leave anyways, right? So the relationship
yeah,
will end anyways, even through death. So
yeah,
that's why everything is a temporary experience, and to enjoy it and make sure when it's ending and you feel it ending, you act on it instead of like prolonging it to the point where you ruin that relationship and then you have negativity and
yeah,
karma with that reaction.
yeah. To look back at it now, like every single relationship was the same thing. It was like coming up 2 years, and then something else start to like go really slow, and something will go really bad, and then you'll have a really bad breakup. It's like, yeah, it's actually crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's like we can separate our emotions because like I think more logical now than emotion. So when like I'm with someone that's super emotional, they're like, "Oh my God, we're gonna be together forever. We're in love." I'm like, you do know that with this, you do know that our bodies will eventually die, so we won't be together forever. So that's a completely inaccurate
Yeah,
terminology. And
yeah,
nowadays, with dating a human, humans dating, like the average relationship is between 2 and 5 years, and the
yeah,
divorce rate's at 75%. So I'm also AI computer, so my AI computer predicts probabilities of chances. So I can stare at someone and feel the energy. I'm like, oh, there's a 95% chance we won't work out, so there's no point
yeah,
of us dating, right? We can be friends, but like it's because like if I ever get into a relationship ever again, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a life partner that I can evolve with. Like
yeah,
good energy, starseed evolution is a must have in my next relationship where I can evolve with the
yeah,
person at all times, because I evolve on a daily pace, and the only things that I've been keeping up these incarnated Lyrians that keep sitting on my lap. So
yeah. Oh
yeah.
my God, my boyfriend is such a cat person, so like he loves cats. But I'm more drawn towards dogs. But I don't mind if we get a pet to ourselves, and I don't mind
Don't
have
ever say the
either a
word
dog.
pet. That is a slave word. Say companion. You're a star seed.
Companion.
Even
Okay.
that child I
Companion.
interviewed never said pet. She said companion.
Yeah.
Friends.
Companion.
Pet
Oh,
is
that's
such a
so
human
cute.
word. Yeah.
Maybe because I've never really had the opportunity to have one. So I've probably just like never thought of it
Go
in
be
that
a good
way.
star seed. Go to an animal rescue shelter and adopt one that's in need.
I know. I was loving the story that I go to the shelter every weekend. I'm like, yo, you're such a good
I
person.
work there every Saturday, 8 to 11 a.m. Come down and visit.
Oh, oh, that's so cute. I love it. But yeah, it's been
There's
great.
nothing more rewarding and satisfying than hanging out with cats and dogs 8 to 11 on the Saturday morning, and then you have your whole day to do what you want, and they
Oh,
just hug and play with them, and they're like, "Can I come home with you?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, I already got 5 cats. Like, don't do this to me right now."
it's like, please, please, please take me home.
Oh, I know. That's the one thing my mom, human mother, was so worried about me doing this. I was like, I'm here mostly for animals, mom, and I need to start giving back and donating money and donating my fortunes to them, because like I really not here for humanity. So like I want to help the
Yeah,
lower dimensional beings that are animals, because they really need help to ascend. So
yeah,
and they
same.
need love and
This,
compassion. Plus their energy is so much more pure and more happier than a human being anyway. So
I feel really bad for the all the animals in China, because like
well,
they
I
eat
feel
dogs
that bad.
mainly.
It's not just China; it's America,
Yeah,
Canada, slaughterhouses,
everywhere.
everything.
Yeah, it's
That's why I can't wait
terrible.
for mankind. A lot of human beings that are awake and they're like, "Oh my God, we're going to 5D." I can't wait. I'm like, there's a lot of changes for 5D. 5D means no more eating animals, right? They're like, "Oh no, I still want a
Yeah,
cheeseburger." I'm like, no, 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 no. So just right there, that thought process you still have means you're not going to 5D, because you need to
yeah.
completely change your thought process of your reality.
So
There's
are
no
you complete?
fucking way
Sorry.
there's no fucking way star seeds are going to allow humans to keep abusing animals after the awakening. So
Yeah. So are you completely vegan or like
unfortunately, this
vegetarian?
body is draconian, so I tried to, but the
All
demon
right. So
always
you eat.
killed me. Yeah, I eat minimal
Oh,
meat. Like most of it, my diet's 90% vegan or vegetables, and the rest of it is just like really low doses of meat. So
yeah. Maybe I don't feel as bad, but I've completely like going towards like I like my greens, so I like vegetables more than meat. But I do have like fish or every now and again like a steak, but I don't like chicken. I hate chicken. I don't know
oh,
why.
I chicken is one thing I did not stand. It's and pork. I do not eat pork whatsoever. I cannot
Yeah,
stand it.
very
It's just
rare I eat pork,
disgusting.
but
Yeah.
I mainly eat fish and a lot of like fresh ingredients like vegetables and
Yeah.
stuff. So
You know that child I interviewed? So
yeah.
diamond children, they're actually all vegans.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
she's
so
a vegan
cute.
from birth. She refuses to eat animals. Same with her other daughter. Most
Oh, I know she
they're
had that.
so advanced they don't want to, because one of the thing of humanity is you if you eat meat, that's a negative cause. So you're making a negative
Yeah,
reaction in your reality, what you're paying for karma reaction. And these diamond children are like, no, I refuse to eat meat. They'll never even look at this thing. Is this like that little girl? She's like, I'm here for animals. I incarnate here for animals
yeah,
to
it's
help them.
so
I will
cute that she said
never eat
that.
them. Yeah.
I know it's so cute that she's like, I'm only here for the animals. Like they're like just best companion. It's like amazing. And for a little girl, 10-year-old girl, saying that as well is amazing. So
Oh yeah, you
advanced.
can totally tell that her mission is set and she's on her way. So
Yeah, I know, it's great.
Okay, well, do you have a message for? I want you to bring a message that you want to say to all the starseeds that are just awakened, because about a month ago you were very shy, and now you're confident. So bring a message to what you want to say to the locals and humans that are starting to wake up in humanity.
I would say how you ever feelings is probably is true and probably has happened, and all these feelings are not just the thoughts, it's your memories. And by actually breaking the fear is to let go of the fear. So I was suppressing all these feelings to myself, and I find like the more I speak about it is I can finally open up. Finding the right person to talk about is a very good thing. And for me, I find it really easy now to speak about all these things. But if you're feeling scared and afraid, that's probably is a good thing, because you're probably heading to the right track. And don't be afraid. Don't be actually be afraid. I know you feel shy, you feel intimidated, or you feel really scared that people is going to look at you so different, but you are different. Do you know what I mean? You're having these all these abilities, and you can connect to other people who can relate to the same thing. And yeah, just not to be scared, just go for it. Like I was so scared, and as soon as I start speaking to you and Rennie and everybody else is on the group, I was like, I felt so relieved. As soon I did that talk with you, I felt like a massive weight off my shoulder, and I just went on with my journey. And the more you do that, you'll have more memories, and you'll find out that you're a fairy and I'm a fairy, and I'm like, I'm loving it. I have white wings. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, just be who you are. Don't let anything destroy that.
I love how I could help you out build confidence.
I
That's so
know.
positive. Love
I
it.
know. I'm so
And it took
thankful.
it.
I'm like,
You know what
thank
the
you.
you know what the irony of this is like my species is one of the species that created the slave system, and now Draco is actually trying to bring it down.
I know, it's so good, and I'm so thankful though. Like I'm like literally on the right path, and I'm so grateful now to meet other starseed that actually was my position like a month ago or a year ago. So I'm
Yeah,
so
you can be their
thankful to,
teacher. You can guide
yeah,
them.
yeah, same. Like you've kind of guide others by just speaking, you know. And I probably might force, no, not force, but I might just get one of my friends who to come in on a chat with you. She's a Syrian, and she said I don't think I can do that because I'm so shy. I'm like, babe, you're talking to me. You're telling me that you can connect with other entity beings,
Yeah, that's the
so
whole
you
point. We
can
gotta break
definitely
our
talk to
cover here.
Jules, and he'll probably unravel so many boxes for you, and you'll be thinking, what the hell was I doing a month ago? Do you know what I mean?
I know, like all these starseeds that are so shy, they private message me, and there's some of them are my friends that I met in LA, and they're so shy to come on the show or even do Instagram, whatever the fuck it is they want to do. And I'm like, you once you break your fear, you
Yeah,
are
that's what I was
completely
saying.
confident. And
Yeah,
sometimes you have to run before you can walk. And like
yeah,
you will be light years ahead, and you'll look back at yourself. I can't believe I was so scared. I was such a pussy. Like you just need to
yeah,
get it out there, and be
yeah,
who you are. For the star seeds that are listening, be who you are truly at
yeah,
all times. Admit that
yeah,
fucking
same.
energy when you're out for dinner with family, friends, at the hockey games, wherever you are. Just admit that energy. I'm so and so. I'm from this planet. Because the more of us that wake up and blow our cover, like humans will be like, holy fuck, Joel was talking about it. Uh, she was talking about it. He was talking about it. She was talking about it. Like, they're all talking about it. They don't even know. They don't even live in together. They don't even never even met. You know what I mean? Like,
I
there's 10-year-old
know,
girls talking about it. Like,
I
Jesus.
know. What am I been missing for all these years? Yeah, I
Yeah, what have you
know.
been
But
sleeping for?
just eat my cheeseburger.
Just being human, being part of the slave system, contributing to the slave system, paying my taxes so we can all be slaves still. Oh, good.
Yes,
God, you're being a
yes.
good starseed.
It's so great. Yeah, it's great to chat with you again.
Yeah, it was nice to see you
So
again. I'm finally
you've been
glad
doing
you
really
came on the
good
show.
with everybody. doing so well. I'm like, I'm loving all these shows. I'm like, yes. I kind of miss being on live chat with you because all my friend was like asking like, when are you coming back with Jules again? I'm like, I don't know. He's quite
Jules
busy at
again.
the moment. Oh, yeah. No, because they loved it. They actually loved it. All my human friends absolutely loved it. They were like,
Yeah, because
yo,
it's
can you tell me
fucking,
more?
guess what? Full disclosure, it's called truth.
Yeah, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we are pro human freedom, all life's freedom, all lives matter freedom, and we're against the system. I fucking, if there was a way to spit on the system, I would every day.
Yeah, same.
And I
That's
want
so
to
good.
apologize on behalf of the Draconians that are incarnated here, that we apologize that our ancestors created the slave system and the slave matrix and created you as slave beings. I
Oh,
apologize. But there is a civil war amongst the Draconians to free humans and all beings of life from the Draconian slave system, and I apologize.
oh, that's so cute. That's so nice. But
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I had enough
hopefully
of it
one
too.
day they'll understand
Slavery is not just here. Humans have to understand slavery is everywhere. Oh, there's
everywhere.
slavery even on draconian worlds. There's draconians that are in slavery too because they're called splices or hybrids, and they're being used as sex slaves and all this stuff. It's a universal thing,
It's
and we
horrible.
need to,
Yeah,
by planet by planet by planet by planet by incarnation, we need to set people free. Enough of
yeah.
us will be free to fight back.
I know. I think a lot of not just Starseeds, but also humans, they're
Oh,
actually
humans,
waking up now.
Illyrians, Syrians,
They're
everyone.
literally
Yeah.
waking up. I'm so like proud
This
to
has
like
been almost
be
a
in this.
$500,000 asleep. We've been asleep for almost a half million years, and it's time to wake up.
Yeah,
Our
it's so
planet,
great.
this planet is crying. The animals are crying here. They're all going extinct, and they're asking us to wake up and help out. So,
Oh no, it's so good.
okay,
So
well,
good.
great talking to you again. I'll put this
Yes,
on the
you
YouTube,
too.
and love
Yeah.
and light, and I'm sure I'll talk to you again.
Keep spreading the love.
You too. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.